It's definitely possible. We have a 5 or 6 resources. We're going to be, divide our work into pieces, and we're going to be assigned the work probably it is possible. And after that, I'm getting another release like IR2. So my first release is completed. The developer working on second requirements, phase 2. So I'm getting IR2 release. In this phase also I have 10 requirements. In this phase also I have 10 requirements. Now, based on the 10 requirement functionality, again, I designed 300 test cases in the positive and negative flow. The sunny and non-sunny ways, I'm going to be designing 300 test cases. So this time, how many test cases I want executing?
How many?
In the IR2 phase, how many test cases I need to be executed?
So you have to whatever the.
It's part of regression 600.
Yes, exactly, right. This is very, very important. So we need to be concerned on even our previous build test cases also, right? We not at all focusing on only new release test cases. We're going to be focused on even IR1 test cases also, right?
Yes.
Right. That's why the companies are recruiting us. Otherwise, developers are also doing unit testing and integration testing. They can do all this stuff. But they are focusing only on the new functionalities. They are not at all much more concentrated on the previous implemented functionality. That is the reason the companies are recruiting us. So we're going to be focused here IR2 and as well as IR1 also. So this time we're going to be execute 600 test cases. This time we're going to be execute 600 test cases. Right. So probably again I have estimation is 30 days. It is possible to execute all the 600 test cases within 30 days. And after that, again I have a release called IR3T. In the IR3T also I have a test requirements. I developed 300 test cases. Based on the 300 test cases, how many test cases I want to execute this time? 900 test cases, right? Right, team?
Yeah.
Executing 900 test cases definitely nightmare for us. To execute 900 test cases within the 30 days, probably it might be absolutely nightmare for us. It is not at all possible. To overcome this drawback, we are taking the help of automation testing. Okay, so the major drawback of manual testing, you can say one bullet point, that is, if you want to do the repetitive regression testing, if you want to do the frequent regression testing by using manually, not possible. That is the reason you are taking the help of automation testing. Think, is it clear?
Yes.
Jasmine and Sanket, is it clear, right?
Yes.
Okay. So here we can't able to execute this 900 test cases in the previous. So if we automated these previous build test cases, it might be pretty easy to concentrate on new functionality. So the major drawback of manual testing, I'll tell you in the coming sections how we are going to be do regression testing by using automation tools. So earlier we discussed just the major drawback of manual testing is repetitive regression testing is not possible. So to overcome that, we are taking the help of automation testing. I'll explain you very in detail in the coming sections how you're going to do regression testing by using automation tools. Your important point is team, you are not at all, so obviously I'll tell you for Selenium, Java is required. If you learn Selenium or if you learn Java, but you should have a strong, foundation. Then only you'll get it, how you're going to be automate the test case, whether the test case are suitable for automation or not. Your important fact is you should learn automation testing. For doing this automation testing, we have a number of tools available in the market. One of these tools is Selenium. You not only have only Selenium, you have a number of tools available in the market. Even for doing the recorded playback also we can automate the application. But it's not at all, that much of good process. If you know automation testing, you are not at all wrong with the Selenium. You can play with any automation tool. So you should learn the automation testing, fundamentals. So why we are going for automation is when we have a lot of regression required, then we go for the automation testing. If you don't have a regression, the probably might have only 2 weeks or 3 weeks project. That time no need of automation testing. You can simply carry out the manual testing. If it is a very long project, the project is probably 5 or 6 years, we have a lot of regression required in the project. Every time we are executing, keep on executing, executing the test cases, then we go for the automation testing. Jasmine, is it clear?
Yes, yes, it is.
Right. So the first step is the major drawback of manual testing is if you want to do the repetitive regression testing by using not possible. So please note down this point. Repetitive regression testing is not possible by manual. That is the reason we are taking the help of automation testing here. We are taking the help of automation testing. So this is the first point I can say. And we have a lot of points required, we have a lot of points also, like, it's a time consuming process. We need more resources required. It's not reliable. Probably, it's error prone. Doing the task same repeatedly, it's error prone. I agree with all these steps, but you can say in the interview, the repetitive regression testing is not possible. That is the reason we are taking the help of automation testing here. But remember, team, the main goal of automation testing is just automate the test case, couple of test cases, not for eliminating the manual testing. Because each and every test cases automation is not possible. The goal of main automation testing is to reduce the number of test cases which we are executing manually. Again, please note this point also. Okay, the goal of automation testing is to reduce the number of test cases which we are executing manually. To reduce that purpose, just we are taking the help of automation testing. So the number of test cases reducing means, obviously, we have automated some of the test cases. If we automated some of the test cases, we don't need to execute those test cases again and again by manual. That will be taken care by automation testing here. Okay, so the main goal of automation testing is to reduce number of test cases which we are executing manually. Jasmine, is it clear?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so you can say these 2 points, repetitive regression testing and to reduce some of the test cases. Okay, fine. Now, first of all, what is an automation testing? Automation testing means executing the test cases by using one third-party tool or by using some, any other automation tool is nothing but automation testing. Okay, so doing this automation testing, now we have a Selenium in the market. So, why don't famous in the market? So I'll tell you first about what exactly is Selenium. Later I'll discuss about what are the features of Selenium we have. So the first step, one, Selenium is, please note that in this point also, Selenium is nothing but it's a open source test automation framework. Selenium is open source test automation framework. Use it for executing web application test cases, executing web application test cases in multiple browsers and multiple platforms. Please note this point. So Selenium is open source framework. Use it for executing the web application test cases in multiple browsers and multiple platforms. Okay. So did you notice this point? Right? You're right. So Selenium is open source test automation framework. So used for testing the web application test cases in multiple browsers and multiple platforms. So in this point it says that what exactly is Selenium, why Selenium is hot in the market. The statement says that why Selenium is hot in the market. So before discussing the Selenium team, we have a QTP available in the market. Before coming to the Selenium, so the leader, the functional leader in the market is we have a QTP. So have you heard about QTP team? Jasmine, have you heard about QTP?
Yeah, I'm aware of QTP.
Yes. So normally, before Selenium, the market is using QTP. Before Selenium. So I compare with the QTP. But remember here, to learning Selenium, to work with Selenium, QTP knowledge is not at all required. But I'm going to be compared with the Selenium with the QTP. Because why I'm comparing with the QTP means, QTP is a functional leader in the market. It was came in more than a decade. The number of people, everybody testing awareness of QTP. That is the reason just I am comparing with the QTP. So the first point is, suppose assume that team, we have another application in our hand. We have an application in our hand. Our requirement is we want to automate the application by using QTP tool. So here what we need QTP tool, right? From where we are getting the QTP tool? QTP tool is a licensed version. It's a it's not at all open source. You have to purchase the QTP tool. The copy and write, from HP. QTP is the licensed version. It's a very, very expensive. QTP is very, very expensive. Okay. The first point I can say with the QTP is, if you want to automate the application, we need QTP tool. From where we are getting the QTP tool? QTP is the licensed version. When we compare with the Selenium, Selenium is an open source framework. So open source means it's a free software. Simply you can download it and you can use it and you start automating your application. This is the biggest advantage of the clients. Right, Jasmine? I agree or not?
Yes.
Because open source, they need to purchase they need to spend the money on this tool. They're going to spend the money on only resources. Right? So first point I can say is QTP is licensed version, Selenium is open source framework. Okay, so in our everyday life, we're going to be involved in this compatibility testing. So what is compatibility testing? So it's again a part of regression testing. So same test cases we are executing on different browsers, IE, Chrome, and all the stuff. Right? This is known as compatibility testing. Right? So if QTP supports all the browsers, so our compatibility testing is somewhat reduced here. But the QTP supports only Internet Explorer. It doesn't support any other browsers. But QTP latest version we have 11.0. The 11.0 supports Firefox 3.6. Earlier we have a QTP 9.5 and QTP 10.0. It supports only Internet Explorer. It doesn't support any other browsers. But we need to concentrate on our test cases in not only IE. We need to take care of our test cases in all the browsers. This is the case. This QTP is not at all, suitable at that point of time. I agree or not? Right? So you need to be confident on your test case in different browsers. If you use the QTP tool doesn't support all the browsers. So what we have to do? Again, we need to take the manual testers help again. So ultimately we are automating the application. While automating the application also, we are still depending on the manual testing here because of our compatibility testing. Then what is the use of again QTP tool? Okay, but if you concentrate on Selenium team, Selenium not only supports IE, Selenium supports all the browsers available in the market. Selenium supports FF, Selenium supports IE, Selenium supports Chrome, Selenium supports Opera, Selenium supports Safari. Any browser which you are using in the market, the Selenium supports. Third point. In the compatibility testing, we have another point is we are not at all focusing on only browsers, even we are focusing on the machines also. We are focusing on machines like Windows, Linux, Mac, iPad. So we need to execute our test case. Suppose if you are developing one product, that product is not only supports for the Windows, it supports even in Linux and Mac also. Then only the product will be, everybody choose that product, right? If the product is only suitable for Windows, nobody will be taking to purchase that product. Nobody will use that product. If you are giving that product to all the browsers, the cross browser and cross platform, then everyone likes it, right? Gmail is a product. It's not only supporting Windows, even though it supports iPhone and MacBook and Linux and Unix. Any operating system Gmail supports, right? That is the reason everybody using Gmail. So if you have an application, we are not at all focusing only on one platform. We're going to be focused on, which is, available in the current version, rocking platforms. But if you use the QTP tool supports only Windows environment. It doesn't support Linux or it doesn't support Mac. But you have a test cases, you want to execute the test case in even Linux and Mac also. Then what we're going to do? Again, we're going to be depending on the manual testing. Yes. We are automating the application, but we still, depending on the manual testing. Yes. And what is the need of doing the automation, right? So this is also not at all possible. That means QTP doesn't support cross-browser testing. QTP doesn't support cross-platform testing. But when we look into the Selenium team, Selenium supports cross-browser along with the cross-platform also. You can able to execute it. You can able to execute the test case in Linux. You can able to execute the test case in Windows. You can able to execute the test case in MacBook also. So directly I am saying is by using Selenium, cross-platform testing is possible. But by using Windows, QTP, cross-platform testing is not at all possible. And even cross-border testing is also possible. Not possible. And when we look into the automation testing team, for doing automation testing, the very foremost important thing is we should have one programming language knowledge. That is the reason we are all technical people. We are not at all domain experts. Manual testing are domain experts, automation test engineers and programmers are technical people. You should have at least one programming language knowledge. Then only you can able to communicate with the automation tool. In terms of QTP tool, if you want to communicate with the QTP, either you have to learn Ruby scripting or you have to learn the Java scripting. If you want to communicate with the QTP tool, either you should have a Ruby scripting or Java scripting. So by using QTP tool, QTP tool communicates only VB and Java. So if you are pretty much clear with any other programming language, C# or Ruby or Python, by using QTP you can't able to communicate with the application. If you want to automate our application by using QTP tool, either you should be strong in the Ruby scripting or either you should be strong in the Java scripting. QTP tool by default supports only these two. But if you are concentrate on Selenium team, Selenium supports number of programming languages. It's not only supporting Java, it supports Ruby, it supports Python, it supports C#, it supports Perl. Selenium supports number of programming languages. If you are strong in C#, then go with the C#. If you are strong in Ruby, you can go with the Ruby. If you are strong in Python, you can go with the Python. So it supports number of programming languages when we compare with the QTP. Team, are you getting what I am saying? Hope I am not confusing you.
Good, thank you.
Selenium supports number of programming languages. It supports Java, it supports Ruby, it supports Python, it supports C#, it supports Perl. So these seems like, all these are advantages of Selenium, right? Seems like all these are advantages of Selenium. That is the reason now Selenium is hot in the market. Everybody, looking for Selenium profiles. Because Selenium is an open source framework, Selenium supports cross-browser testing, Selenium supports cross-platform testing, and here we are using Java programming. If you are using Java programming, even developers are using Java programming, we can easily find out the loopholes where they are going to be made the mistakes. Okay, so this is all the reasons now Selenium is hot in the market. Everybody looking for Selenium professionals.